Hi everybody, it's Galactic Man Larry here again with another Star Wars The Vintage Collection figure review, and today we have from Star Wars Battlefront 2 the ARC Trooper. Well, has no specific name. I haven't played this game. I won't play this game because I don't play video games anymore in computer or consoles, but I really like how the card, the card art is really, well, I really like it. Yeah, I just can say that. Here you have the figure with all the accessories he comes with. It's the same kind of presentation as the 501st clone troopers that we have been getting, like single carded. And yeah, here you have the other figures from the gaming grades line. The current ones, because we have had some before, and I don't know why they didn't put them there because it was like 1 year ago, whatever. But yeah, today we have this guy, and he's looking great there. Again, with all his accessories. And yeah, I think we'll just take him out and see how good he actually is. And there we have the Star Wars Battlefront 2 ARC Trooper out of the packaging, and yes, is the very first of this mold I have opened. I've had fives for ages. I have had Echo as well. I have him, and I'm waiting for the Jesse one. I didn't get the 3-pack back then. I really like I see this figure mold is already quite advanced. It's recent, but it's still not recent enough that you have the ball hips like G.I. Joe style or 6-inch figure style. That's a bit of a shame, because that would make this figure much greater, much better. And also, if these things maybe would be made out of cloth, or well, the problem is you still have these two crossing bands here, which would get in the way, because you can't make this out of cloth, and the things here made out of plastic would be, I don't know, it would be kind of difficult, I don't know. But one thing I don't really like is the way this whole part here is just floating. It's like they could have put a peg there or something, because it's just like throw it in. And yeah, as you saw already, the head is on a double ball peg, so he can move quite a lot for the size, for the scale. You have a lot of range and all of that. Yeah, and he's, for me, of these three releases for the gaming grades ARC Troopers, is maybe the weaker one. It's not that I don't like it, but it's I think the other two are more interesting, at least for me personally. He comes with his helmet, of course. You can see the blue is there, printed very crisp. You have I always forget the range finder. I think that's the right one. Range finder, which moves up and down. It's a bit loose on this one. I don't know. I don't have a comparison. So this one is for me a bit loose. I don't know if it will be in every figure of this mold. You have the black line is all applied crisp. I think the helmet, I think that's on purpose, that he has this kind of dent here, or maybe it's just the dents, like the scratches on the paint. I don't know if they're on purpose or my figure is like that. My copy, I opened this one. I have another one, but this one is the one that had the visor more straight, as I've seen a lot of clone troopers sometimes have the visor like misapplied, and it looks like the depressed eye line, Anyway, everything with the helmet looks good. Of course, you just do it like this, and there you have your ARC Trooper as you want him to look like. That looks amazing. Of course, with the helmet, well, the movement is still good, but it's the more you move it, you want to move it, the more the helmet comes up, because you have the shoulder armor and all of that gets in the way. He comes with two of these mini but very nicely sculpted guns here. Are they in focus now? Yeah, they're like gunmetal gray plastic, and yeah, just like that, the typical ARC Trooper or Clone Commander kind of pistol here. and you can put them in the sheets here. They fit nicely. I don't know if they stay there like snug. Let's see that. No, well, that one fell down very easily. This one is staying there. And of course you can give him both in his hands. They fit really nicely in both hands that both have trigger fingers. I prefer them like wielding these two little guns, you know. You of course have also this the more typical, the more standard clone trooper rifle. I don't know the models. Please, if you know the names of the little guns, this middle one and the large rifle, please leave it down in the comments below. And also, of course, by the way, if you are watching this video, please leave a like and subscribe to help me grow the channel. Really, that really helps. That's also a very nicely sculpted weapon here. I don't know if it's focusing, but yeah, if you remove that one, you can put it here. In the backpack he has a peg hole there, which is good. The rifle, of course, we have to check that as well. Here you have it. It's again very nicely sculpted. You know these weapons already, and you can also give it to him just like so. And I'm almost sure, because you have both hands on these figures have a vertical swivel. He of course gets to hold that nicely as well. And yeah, that's it for the accessories. And before we go into articulation, this very same peg hole, and I mean I just found it in sculpted rifle, this kind of little pyramid on top of it, the little triangle, you just clip it here like. Yeah. In any case, it looks good. He can wield and carry everything he comes with, and that's good. Now, articulation wise, we already saw the head, that it can move all the way around. The shoulders are in a ball joint, and it can lift that far, almost 90 degrees, but not quite. You can turn all the way around. Of course, the shoulder armor will get in the way, so you don't actually get to turn all the way around, but if you would remove that, it will turn all the way around. Nothing at the bicep. You have the 90 degrees bend, a bit over 90 degrees bend on the elbow, slightly over 90, or is it 90 and maybe the hand is just adjusted like that. In any case, I think it's really slightly over 90 on the elbow. There is where you get your swivel. The hands have a vertical swivel, as I said, and can turn all the way around. Just be careful because of the scale, I mean the size of the figure. You have a diaphragm joint that can tilt to the sides nicely. He can lean backwards that far. He can lean forward just a little bit, or almost nothing, I must say. That's a little bit disappointing. But yeah, just a little bit forward, and he has a bit tilt to the sides. He can turn all the way around. He's very softly ratcheted. The hips are with the old style ball hips. I mean, you have to turn the hip and then lift, or you know, which is a bit of a pain with this plastic cama here. You know how that is. You have to, well, I think I found the way. You find where the swivel is, then you turn it around to where you want it to move. But it's not that easy with all the things on the way, you know, with the whole traffic. But I think I managed to. Then I can hold here. Yeah, it's not very user-friendly. In any case, he anyway cannot lift the whole leg, you know, everything gets in the way. That's bad, you know. The knees can go almost 90 degrees backwards. He has, of course, thigh swivel, and the feet can go a little bit backwards, much more forward. I mean, a little bit backwards, much more forward. And he has ankle rockers, which are really good. But yeah, with the fact that the hips are almost impossible to maneuver, is like you need to have patience with these guys in sense of articulation. And there you have the Star Wars Battlefront 2 ARC Trooper next to some older figures from way back in the day when the Revenge of the Sith film came out and the toy line. These are from way back then, and well, they have great articulation in some points, but the legs, no. Here you have him next to some other figures like the Death Watch Mandalorian, this trooper, which I don't know the name, but it's like a tank trooper, or it's the Bill Burr figure, and the Old Republic trooper, because they just look great together. And here you have him next to the Feds, because family is important and all of that. And I love how they look together. Anyway, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. That helps me a lot. Again, thank you in advance. And take care. I will see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao, ciao.